Through Turas, what we're looking at is to create custom-built solutions to offer affordable, high-quality housing that provides a platform for sustainable lifestyle. So we're trying to address two problems. One is the lack of affordable, high-quality housing that are perhaps sustainable or support sustainability. And the other one is the issue of establishing new neighborhoods in what is currently derelict and brownfield sites. So starting communities from scratch is a very difficult thing. So what we're trying to do is offer the option for people to customize their homes and then adapt them to their needs, and consequently having a sense of identity and belonging that is encouraged from the beginning. Of course, it's starting all the way from climate change and the issues around carbon emissions that we have to reduce. So the best way to do that is to start at home and offering homes that are easy to manage. So we reduce our carbon without having to rethink our lifestyle and start over again. So that's part of what we're doing. We wanted to do that with high quality housing, but not just repeated from a prescribed solution. So if you can offer a range of solutions that would deliver a good quality house that encourages a sustainable lifestyle, for example, the house will be energy efficient, they will be easy enough to recycle, your water might be harvested for your garden, without you having to think too much, you've already done your bit. And the custom-built solutions would allow that to happen because we have repetition, so we can make things happen a bit quicker in the supply chain. We also have lower cost because we cut the risk for the developer, i.e. people choose their plot and their house before it's actually built, and cutting the cost means you can offer the solution for more people, so it's a solution for scale, or at scale. And of course, by reducing carbon emissions at scale, without having to impact on people's lifestyle, we're doing a bit for climate change. We're also looking at encouraging sustainability and resilience within the community from a social perspective, because if you move to a new neighborhood that has just repetition and several of the same house, it takes a long time to create a sense of identity, to actually belong to that place. By providing solutions that are different, that we're providing places that are a lot more interesting and people will relate to a lot quicker. Yes, we have a small pilot in Nottingham where the solutions that were available were just a few options, so not a lot of options. But we're now looking to piloting a large-scale site. One of the brownfield sites that we're working with developers, Igloo Blueprint, and they are, well, there are a few of them. One of them is already on site. People have the option to choose their construction solution, so from the beginning, from the system, all the way to which renewable energies they are installing in their home. So this is going to be facilitated rather than having to be put on afterwards. And through that, they can also choose whether they're going to be part of our community energy scheme, which is another one of our activities that we're developing through Turas. So you go there and you choose, that's my home, that's the size I want, the number of rooms I want, and I want PVs on my roof, and I want to be part of the community energy scheme, so I want to talk to my neighbors and share my energy with my neighbors. It's a complete solution. We are on paper at the moment, not on site in terms of offering this large-scale one, but we will be early next year. So custom-built solution is for housing is quite common in other parts of Europe, particularly in the continent, in Holland or in Germany, but it's very uncommon in the UK. And the UK market is very, very traditional. So people don't know yet that there are other solutions for housing, other than the ones that they see out there. So the custom-built solution in the UK itself is new. It hasn't been done before, except for this one small scheme that we are trying to expand. Also, what we don't have, consequently, is a supply chain that can deliver that. So we don't have a supply chain that can deliver solutions quite quickly that are repeated house by house, but they don't deliver exactly the same looking home. So if you were able to choose the performance of your home, if you come around and say, I want it to be very energy efficient, or it'll be high insulated, but it doesn't necessarily need to look like brick and block, or it doesn't need to be timber frame. It can be whatever I want, and I can have 3 bedrooms rather than 2, which might be the standard. And I may have PVs, or I may not have PVs now, but have in a few years' time when I can afford it. So having that range of options and a catalogue that people can choose their homes from, it doesn't exist in the UK yet. But the lack of affordable, high-quality, sustainable housing is an endemic problem across the world. So there is interest from everywhere. There are some countries that do better at developing and delivering custom-built, so we can learn from them, but there are not that many. So there is applicability elsewhere in large scale. If you can find solutions that are easy to build, that diminish the risk for the developer, diminish the risk for the buyer, and encourage a resilient community, we can repeat that everywhere.